this lonely night, a boy kneels beside his bed and mumbles a wish into the ears of his guardian angel. He prays the moon blesses his sleep and rewards his dreams with silver. He prays the night comes with stars and allows him to steal their glow. He's a believer. A boy was always taught to believe, but every wall he had pinned his hope on couldn't hold on, and everything had fallen apart. His childhood, his mother, himself, everything had turned into a pack of cards, yet he had lost the aces. So he seeks a new house in a poem, but his tongue collapses before he can say the words. So as the shadows cast over his roof again, his lips quake in the fear of a nightmare he knows too well. He stammers on the word, help me, but his voice loses the shoulders to carry his words, so all he does is to lay there and wait for the nightmare one more time. His therapist says it is just a phase and everything will pass with time. But sometimes this boy feels like he is the door, for he has lost count of the dark things that have been through him. Yet every day, a little knob in the hands of fate opens him to another without a single chance at closure. So this lonely night, a boy falls asleep on his knees as his tears sing him a familiar lullaby. He says the grace before he locks his eyes, too weak to fight the sleep, yet brave enough for another nightmare. Mom told him angels could help, so he wears Halloween costume to bed, daring his demons to a duel. He does this to assert his dominance, but this is no fairy tale. And so, before the middle of the night, he finds himself screaming for his life, his body covered in sweat and fear, his heart threatening to jump out of his mouth and his veins a racetrack for his frightened bloodstream. He had seen it again, a picture of the night his mother left him behind. The wells from the living room, the blood on the rug, his stepfather holding onto a fruit knife and his mom's chest split open like a watermelon. All that liquid life gushing out of her like her body was a waterfall of blood. Poor child, he was just 7. He had never seen that much blood before. So every time this pool trickles into his sleep, he keeps seeing it again. 15 years gone, but all a boy can show are sleepless nights, failed love stories, and splitting his paycheck with therapists and bartenders. So this lonely night, a boy simply wishes he could trade all his wealth for a chance to rewrite his childhood. But there's no market for trauma, so all he does is to kneel down, mumble the grace, and wallow through these lonely nights like every other one.